This is the brand new iRe5 storage case specifically made for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is actually a Gen 2 case, which means there are tons of improvements, tons of features, and so much that we need to talk about. Quick disclosure, did this send a case for me to review? Yes, I do get to keep this case. No, they did not pay me to make this review. So as always, I will give you my honest opinion. Last year, I went to Nepal, Everest Base Camp, and in order to keep things really light, I used my phone to capture all the video footage. I need to expand the storage. This was my setup. So I found this Orico SSD that has like a MagSafe ring. So every night I would get all the footage from my phone and back it up using this SSD drive. And if you know Everest Base Camp, it's pretty high up there and you're really tired, you're exhausted at the end of the day, and the last thing you want to do is dig around your backpack to have to back up all your footage. And if you're like me and you're serious about mobile filmmaking, then you will know that this form factor will not fit on a regular gimbal. You probably have to make it work somehow, attach it to some sort of mounting point, and that's kind of janky. So this company, iRe5 or iRev, I'm sorry I butchered the name, came up with the idea that, hey, let's integrate a MicroSD card slot in here so that you can record directly onto the SD card itself or use this as a backup. So instead of having a setup like this, now everything is just a simple case like this. You want to make sure that you're plugging in the USB-C first so you're not scratching up your phone. Once everything is plugged in, then you just slot everything in just like this. And as soon as you plug it in, you'll see this green light indicator turned on. This means that the drive is ready to use. Now this does not stay on forever, and this is a good thing because you don't want it to start draining your battery. After a period of time, this light will automatically turn off. This also means that the drive will no longer be active. In order for you to reactivate the drive, just press the button one more time, and that's how you get it to work. At the bottom of the case, you see two female USB-C ports. And I was kind of confused at first, like why are there two? Now, one thing I wish they did do a better job is labeling them because I get confused all the time. One of them is for charging, so you can have pass-through charging, and the other, you can plug in an SSD drive like this, so you can have a backup of a backup. What I did is I keep this in a separate luggage, and while I have the phone with me in case I lose my phone. All right, last but not least, let's take a look at the SD card slot. Now, the SD card slot is kind of in here right now, so I'm just gonna take my fingernail in there and pop it out, just like so. Just to let you know, if you want to record ProRes directly onto the SD card, you need something like a V60 that they also sell on the website. On the side, you have a fully sealed shutter button that has touch capacity. It works fairly well. It's a little bit grippier than I like. Overall, I have no major complaints about the case. I like that the buttons are fully sealed. And the material of the case is this really soft silicone jelly case. Some might like it, some might not. I am honestly not the biggest fan of the jelly case. I prefer to have kind of like a hard case, like a semi-hard case, something like this one right here. This is the type of material that I would prefer to have on the case. But the jelly case has its perks as well. It's nice and grippy, and you know, if you do drop your phone on the ground, at least you know that it will absorb a lot of the impact. Form factor wise, it's pretty skinny, and it will for sure fit onto a gimbal like this. So one reason why you want to consider the iRe5 Mark II is so that you can expand your current phone storage. Did you know that this case can support up to 2 terabytes? I mean, you can have pretty much unlimited storage. So not only this case gives you instant ability to back up your footage onto the SD card, you can also use this as a legit SD card reader. That's pretty much what this case is. So I can easily take the footage from my DJI Action 4 and do some quick editing right there. And the last thing I want to talk about is if you really want to easily back up your data, iRe5 actually created an app called SyncPal. They do have this NFC thing where you do a single tap. It will easily copy your newest photos and have it backed up onto the card itself, so you don't have to manually do it. It sounds really cool, but I've yet to test it out, just to let you guys know. I just did the OC Marathon over the weekend and I have some footage that I want to back up onto the SD card. So let me show you how that works. First thing first, you can see there's no light turned on right now. Turn that on. Press it. Now the drive is active. So now I see my footage here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit select. You know what? Let's do all of it. hit this little share icon, and then you can do save to files. Next is going to open up your files, and here is where you're going to find Untitled. That's where the SD card is. And what you can also do is you can create a new folder called OC Marathon, and then you can just hit save. And now it's going to transfer all those footage, copy and paste it onto your SD card. The read-write speed is going to be up to 380 megabit per second. It all depends on the speed of your microSD card. So let's double check and make sure the files are there. So I'm going to go under Files. Okay, and now I'm going to go under Untitled, under OC Marathon. And now I can actually see all of my footage. So let's see how well it plays back.
Yo, good morning. 3:35 a.m. Sunday, getting ready for the marathon.
So while you're backing up your footage, you don't want to kill the battery, right? So you can plug in this USB-C fast charger, which is a pass-through that allows you to still fast charge your phone. So here are the things that I want to see improved. 1, I'm a MagSafe guy. I need MagSafe in my life, no matter what. This case does not have MagSafe. So iRe5, if you can implement MagSafe in this jelly case, that will be wonderful. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this case, and it solves a lot of my problems. It takes all this and combine it into a really convenient form factor that allows you to very quickly and easily back up your footage and also expand your storage as well. So if you're like me and you want to get off the whole cloud backup thing, then you might want to consider this Gen 2 case, because yeah, who wants to keep paying $10 a month for cloud when you can have 2 terabyte cards in here constantly backing up your footage? They're on Kickstarter right now, so please go check them out. Links in the description below.